Well, Luke Shrego joins us live now from nearby in Kobleve. Luke, that evidence or that testimony, I should say, quite damning. What else did locals tell you?
Well, you've just heard at the back end of that report there from Dmytro Lubinets, Ukraine's human rights ombudsman, who we were able to speak to, and he told us that this goes way beyond Kherson to begin with. This happens in every area where you've seen the Russian forces retreat. We saw it in Bucha earlier in the year. We saw it after the retreats from Liman. Mr. Lubinets himself said that it was a systematic attempt to stamp out Ukrainian ID. He himself qualified it as what he said was a genocide. And residents in Kherson city were speaking to us at length. They spoke to us universally so of what they called a climate of fear. They were saying that they were afraid to go out, that they'd have to try and smile to keep everything calm, because when they would come across Russians in the street, they never knew how they would react. That they try to limit those reactions with them, to interactions with them. That people would be taken almost at random because they didn't like the way they looked. People who were wearing the colours of blue and yellow, one person told us that they could be shot in the street. It really is quite shocking to see the way that people have been reacting to it. They were talking of Russian soldiers driving around the city drunk, looking for people to abduct, ostensibly looking for people who would oppose them, journalists, city officials, and in particular people linked with the military. One of the people that we spoke to in that report, he himself was a veteran. He served in Donbass in 2014 to 15. He immediately went into hiding when Kherson fell to the Russians. And he stayed there for 9 months with his wife. He was lucky he had people to show him how to hide. And the Russians would continually come around, banging on doors, looking for this man. They were looking through his home for a uniform, for medals, documents, anything that would prove that kind of connection to the military. And he, in fact, was hiding under their very noses the whole time. That police station, the detention center in that report called The Hole, he was hiding in a neighboring building. So he would tell us that he'd hear these screams in the evening as people were being tortured, that the beatings that would leave people black and blue, the use of electricity in this facility, filthy conditions that we saw, absolutely horrific. And I have to say, there was this. It wasn't just physically cold. There was a metaphorical chill in there too when you would walk through. At the same time, elsewhere in the city of Kherson, you have the resistance movement, the Yellow Ribbon resistance movement as well. They have made it their mission across all occupied territories of Ukraine to try to keep people, to keep them going, to try to prevent them from giving up, to actually continue to live. They will communicate mostly over the application Telegram. They will tell people how to erase evidence from their telephones to try and keep them moving. Now, you look at Kherson now and you see this jubilation around the city, almost to the point of hysteria, which to me points to this deep-rooted psychological scars that are going eventually to have to be addressed.
Luke Shrego reporting live from southern Ukraine. Many thanks for that update.